I wish you all a blessed Babaji Day. Shubh, that's the word bless in Hindi, Sanskrit. Happy means you are happy only for a short time. You know? It's not real happiness. Once that happiness have disappeared, you're back again to your unhappy moment. Shubham means a blessing which you have received. Once you have received that blessing, you are ever blessed. That blessing can't be taken away. So that's why we say Shubh for everything. You know, we don't say happy. Because if you consider happiness, meaning you have to accept sadness also. You have to accept the opposite of it. The Shubham means that you consider yourself being blessed. Blessed to be alive, because in our tradition, we believe that life is not happening just randomly like that. No. Life must have a purpose, why it happened. Otherwise, it will not happen. How many couple come to me, Guruji, please, we want to have a child. Just now itself, you know, I was talking with somebody. They try, everybody tried so often. But does it happen just like that? If it was so simple like this, it will happen very easily. But it doesn't happen very easily. That means that your life is very important. And what is the most important of all is that you have realized the importance of being on the spiritual path. That is even more greater than life itself, because it doesn't happen in each life. So when it happened, meaning that you are twice blessed. No? And that spirituality doesn't, like I said, doesn't come randomly like that. It comes for a purpose. It comes for a grand purpose, actually. Because you have a certain dharma into your life. Because life, like I said, it doesn't happen randomly. For normal people, it is random. You see, going to work, earn your living, eat, drink, sleeping, procreating, dying, normal. Who don't do that? Huh? Animals do it also. It is a common thing. It is something which is random. No, it's nothing special about it. What is special about your life? That is what we are celebrating. The speciality of your life. Because Mahavatar Babaji, we are celebrating him, yes. But for Mahavatar Babaji, that doesn't mean anything. You know? Celebration will be really when you awake from the slumber. You know? When you awake from the deep sleep, which you have evolved yourself, not only in one life, countless of life. You have been in that state of deep sleep. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna said, the yogi is ever awake. No? There's no time that they are in a state of sleep. The saints, the sadhu, they are never in a state of sleeping. They are ever awake. Then somebody would say, yeah, but I saw, Guruji, you're sleeping. I saw the sadhu sleeping. I saw the saints are sleeping. Yes, outside they may appeared as sleeping, but in the divine consciousness, they are never asleep. They have entered into the seventh gate. And once you have entered that seven gates, there's no time that you can call sleeping. There's no meditation that you can just sit and say, yes, I'm in deep meditation. Everything is transformed into deep meditation. As everything is transformed into that Kriya state. The state of Kriya is not just when you are practicing your asana or you're practicing your Kriya practice. No. The state of Kriya is each moment of your life, whatever you do, you are fully awake into that divine consciousness. And that is a state where you don't sleep. You are not in a sleeping mode. You are always in a mode of awakening. That is Kriya. And Mahavatar Babaji, he is in that state. What we are celebrating is actually a reminder of the importance of a Sadguru in one life. You know? We are like Guru Purnima, like we have seen in Guru Gita itself. The glorification of the Sadguru in one life. Why? You have heard in the Guru Gita itself, no? The grace which the Sadguru represent, it is that grace which everybody want to acquire. But not everybody have that seal of the Sadguru. You know? The kripa of the Sadguru, only those who have that seal upon their head can really be in the feet, at the feet of the Sadguru. Only those which is blessed really and sincerely, but they can really listen to the word of the Sadguru. And even more, blessed are those who can be within the core of their heart, be close to the grace of the Sadguru. So, when the Sadguru come into your life, he's like a seal. You know? He reveals himself in every ways, in all the sides. He enveloped the bhakta, the devotee, those who belong to him. So what is that seal? Actually, is the name of the Sadguru. The name of the Sadguru is not Swami Vishwananda or any others. You know? The name of the Sadguru, that what reverberate deep within the core of your heart. That what, even if you want to imagine it, you can't. Even if you want to access it by yourself, it's impossible. Because it doesn't happen just like that. Only by the grace of the Sadguru that happen. It's not that one day you just woke up okay, now I want to be spiritual. Hmm? Oh, you just woke up one day, you said, now I will love. You know, it's not like the 1st of January, which you have a great determination or great, how you call it? Huh? Resolution, yes. It doesn't happen just like that. It is a deep connection that one have with the Sadguru. And that connection is not only in this life, you know. It is eternal connection. But to realize that, we can't keep sleeping. We can't be in the state of what the mind make us understand what is spirituality. It is not weakened spirituality, which means this is not shallow spirituality. Because very often we see in the world, when we talk about spirituality, everybody say, yes, you know, I'm very spiritual. What do? I do yoga. I do meditation. No, that is not spirituality. Spirituality means that your heart have been consumed with a burning desire, a burning flame deep inside of your heart, which even you don't even know how to stop it. That is the state into which the saints, the sadhus, the Sadguru dwell into. And that is spirituality. For sure, when you are, let's say, at the beginning, when you are on the spiritual path, you have found your path, actually. What is burning inside your heart? There is this flame again, igniting inside. You know, it's something that you have never felt again before. It awake. In the presence of the Sadguru, that awake. But doesn't mean that that's it. It's awake now, I don't need to do anything, I am safe. No, actually, this is the beginning. It is the beginning where the Sadguru reveal what your Atma hold inside of itself. It reveal that when your Atma have taken shelter upon the feet of the Sadguru, it reveals that eternal connection which you personally have with the Sadguru. Here we say personally because the Sadguru, it is who belong to you. The rest don't belong to you. They come and goes. Wife, children, mother, father, they all come and goes. That's why Mr. Jesus said, you know, I have come to separate the father from the son and the mother from the daughter. Not the daughter from the mother, so opposite way. You know? Some separation have to happen. Because it is not eternal. They are there only for a short time. But in the mind of human being, they think that, yes, a lifetime is a very long time. In the eternity, a lifetime is nothing. In the vastness of this universe, the earth is just a speck of dust. You don't even see it. That's how it is. But yet, Bhagavan, by the grace of God, by the grace of the Sadguru, he revealed that eternal connection that we have with him. When Mahavatar Babaji came to me, when I was very young, I didn't even know who he was. It was just a person. But nonetheless, he came not only one time, many times. That's why one have to be awake. You can't be sleeping. This is an urgency, actually, because we think we have time. We think, oh yes, later on we will enter into the spiritual path. When the Sadhguru come and reveal himself, if you don't take that opportunity and dive into that ocean of nectar which the Sadhguru holds inside of him, you will not have a second chance. When the Sadhguru come and reveal his closeness to you, do you think it's just random like that? No, it is not just random like that. For you, it may be random because, you see, you think in a very human way. You think in a way that you have been taught since small to think in a limited way. Or you think, oh, if that person is very near to me, oh, what does that person want from me? Yes, Sadhguru wants something from you. He wants something that you have long time given to him. That is yourself. That is called Sharanagati. When Mirabai surrendered to Giridhar Gopal, Mere to Giridhar Gopal, dusra na koi. That dusra na koi, that is the most powerful. It's not Giridhar Gopal. It's Mere and Sharanagati. How? There's nobody else. So Sharanagati means that, which I have given myself completely. Kabir Dev said, the Sadguru is the home of Prem. When someone bow down, now you're going to venerate Mavatar Babaji, the deity, of course. You're offering your head at the lotus feet of the Sadguru. Something is happening. It's not just a gesture that, okay, I bow down. To how many people do you bow down? In our tradition, we bow down to our parents out of gratitude, to our mother, father, grandfather, grandparents. And the next person that we bow down is the Guru. Not even the Guru who teach, Shishya Guru, which teach in the school. No, we respect the Guru which is teaching us because we are receiving something from the Guru. But we truly bow down into that state of Sharanagati only to the lotus feet of the Sadguru. Not even a Guru, because the Guru can give you knowledge, the Guru can give you a certain understanding of things. But who can unlock that which is locked inside? Who can open that door is only the Sadguru. So when you're bowing down, you're taking shelter to the feet of the Sadguru. Something which is locked is getting unlocked. And into that state, nothing matters. Into that state of deep love, even liberation doesn't matter. Even mukti become bhukti. Mukti means liberation. Bhukti means something that is not have any no value to it. That's why, you see, in the path of bhakti, the saints, the devotee, doesn't give that importance to it. Because that is, without love, you can't attain to that ultimate liberation. So what is the most important for that ultimate liberation is prem. It is that love which the Sadguru unlocked. But once it's unlocked, it's up to you to work. The role of the Sadguru is to unlock that what is closed. But we are so close in so many ways now. So it's the way of love. This is when the Sadguru reveal itself, reveal itself through that prem. He infused one with that grace. He gave himself to the bhakta. Because it's only for prem, through that ultimate love, one can enter the domain of Sri Hari. And to enter the domain of Sri Hari, I'm not talking about a fantasy land. Very often I talk about make here Vaikuntha. Make your life as if you're living with Sri Hari Narayana each moment. Kriya is not just a technique, which Mahavtar Babaji have given. Kriya means that come to that realization which whatever you do, wherever you are with Sri Hari. Of course, the technique helps you to be aware of it. But the technique will just stay technique without the grace. That's what Mahavtar Babaji have said it to Sri Lahirimashe itself. Without the grace, that's what when you do, you receive the Shaktipat, a parcel of that grace is given inside of you. And that what also open up that gate to the faraway kingdom of Sri Hari Narayana. That faraway kingdom become very near. That is bhakti. That is devotion. And when that devotion grows, of course, you have heard there is different steps, but devotion grows. Devotion awake. Devotion carries you. But the completion is when your heart is fully consumed with that extreme love. There's no use of just pretending to be somebody on the outside when inside is not burning. The house have to be burned from inside. then it consumes everything. But if the house is burned only from the outside, it's easily put off. Somebody can come and put water on it, finish. But when the house burns from deep within, it consumes everything. Not just burn one part of it. Everything have to be burned. Because it is useless only if it is just the outside. You know, if you can just wear the tilak outside, holding your japamala, walk around to show that you are spiritual, or put a mala, you know, very often you will see how people are in the world outside. You know, I am very spiritual. Why? Because I'm wearing a mala. The mala make you spiritual. No, it is not the mala that makes you spiritual. If you can't even know the greatness of the divine name itself, but the mala you chant upon, you don't know the mystery of that divine name itself, that mala is useless. It's not the show of the outside, you know. That's what Mahavtar Babaji wants you to understand, you know. It's not the outside. It's all have to happen from the inside. From the core of your heart, you have to start burning, you know. Everything have to be inside. Outside is just a formalities. You know, when we look outside, you know, say, this is just formalities. Clothes outside, orange, red, yellow, white, whatever fancy clothes you wear outside, just formalities. Nothing. Tilak, yes, that is your sampradaya. That's who you belong to, you know. But this is also a formalities of the outside. If you don't know you belong to Srihari, if you don't know what this tilak is, the seal of Sriman Narayana's feet, which the Sadguru have input upon you, then it is useless. Then it's just a show. It's just a decoration. That what the Sadguru have given to you, you know, is foremost more what you can perceive from the outside. That's why when I look at the bhaktas, I look at the devotees, you know, the transformation that devotees have gone through. It's amazing. And it is not an easy transformation. They have gone through tremendous transformation. Because it's also when they are not wearing the tilak, they're chanting. What the Sadguru have given to them, they are trying to practice it. And this is not in the outside. It is deep from within. It is all happening deep inside of your heart. It is not just petty emotion, you know, because very often I have heard, you know, oh, you're on the spiritual path, you know, you feel like, yes, I have felt. You know, when you talk about this to other people on the outside, they will tell you, oh, it's just a momentum. You know? Right now you're feeling like that, it will fade away. It's true. Many, it went dormant again, but it's still awake. They are not fully dormant in the same state which you first came, you know, you came with a dormant state and then, that's it. No, something have unlocked, something have awake inside of you, but like I said, you have to work upon it. You have to do your effort. If you just say, okay, then now Sadhguru will do everything, I don't need to do anything. But that also is possible if you have complete faith upon the Sadhguru. A click of finger, the Sadhguru can change everything. Yes. But who have that complete faith? Who have that complete surrender? But the Sadhguru will not just give it to you like the click of finger. First, he have to test you. In the test, that is when you will know what do you hold inside of you. Gold have to go through fire for all the impurities to be cleansed. No? The raw diamond have to be chiseled, no? Cut, painful journey until it can shine. No? The same in the bhakta's life. Don't think it's just at the beginning what you feel, that's it. No, this is just the beginning. Sadhguru will have to unlock something more. No? Little by little, he will push open the door more and more. But that is happened only if you allowed him to fully push that door open. No, it's not that he is pushing from inside and you are pushing from outside with your fear, your ego, and your whole desire. You see that image? Eh? So, it's not like that. That also you have to say, Sharanagati means like Meera, how say, Draupadi. Take shelter to Bhagavan Krishna. No? Completely lift both of her hands. Said, whatever happened will be happening according to your will, not to my will. We want things to happen according to our will. Yes or no? Our ego, our desire, and everything else is all amalgam together. We want it to happen how we want. But we forget. But even this life, we don't have, control over it. Any moment it can disappear. Any moment it can just go. What control do you have? You don't. You don't have control over something which is the most precious to you, which is your life. And yet you want to control everything on the outside. How is that possible? Have first master the control of yourself. Bhagavan Krishna said in the Gita, no? Start by controlling the senses, controlling the mind. That happened only when you take shelter to the feet of the Sadhguru. No. Because it is him who light that lamp of ultimate love within the heart of the bhakta. It is not through what you have read, in books. That deeper wisdom which the Sadhguru holds inside of him, only him can give that. We can read, yes. We can absorb our mind into that. But how many people, had adventure into, yes, I have read these beautiful books, you have touched my life. And then what? Have your life change? Have your life transform? There are certain books, yes. Because in which attitude the Sadguru have written it. That can bring you upon your path. You know? It's not like a novel. Now, you read novel. Then I was talking in where was that? In Australia. I asked the people, how many novels did you read? One lady, one Mataji said, 3,000. I said, you must be very wise. You have, maybe if after reading 3,000 novels, you must be very in a novelty way enlightened. But no. Because you see, everything which is just from the book is dry. It can't reveal that deepness, you know. It can't reveal that deep wisdom. The Sadguru reveal the true wisdom of all scriptures. Because all the scriptures flow through the Sadguru. He revealed that deep scriptures, which is dry on the outside, he make it very lush and give it to you, for you to understand, for you to grow. How would you know that deepness of any mantra that you chant? If the Sadguru don't reveal itself, you know? When you go to the parrot, they all chant Vittala, Vittala. When you pass by there, they're constantly singing. What is Radhe, Radhe, Ram, Vittal. At least my bird are doing the japam. What about you? You know? Oh, Guruji, I don't have time. How many of you really chant? No. Look at the birds. They are chanting. Sometimes human beings are worse, you know. And yet, you want to experience that ultimate love. No? You want to feel what it is when the heart is burning with that divine love. When you can't even chant, you know, even when you're chanting, it's just mere repetition. Just to, because Guruji have said to chant 1 hour, when would that finish? You're not even absorbed into that. To understand the mystery of Kriya itself, you have to dive into it. You can't just say, yes, I'm practicing Kriya mechanically on the outside. The same way when you do japa. You can't just say, yes, I do my japam every day. I chant 1,000 times. No. You don't even know what you are chanting. Your mouth, the tongue is making rosette loops and nuts. And to unlock that, it will be very difficult. So, Everything have to happen here, through love. Even if you just chant one time the name of Sri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha with love, not just your mouth chanting, because that is useless. But really, from deep within your heart itself, you chant one time the name of Sri Vitthal. That will show the power, how great it is inside of you. I have heard, very often, there's a question. People say, oh no, you should chant loud. Do you think that God is deaf? Vithala is deaf, but he needs you to chant loud. Then you hear others who say, no, when you chant loud, you're saving somebody else also. They can hear the name. Yes, they will hear the name, and then what? Would their life change? You have heard the name yourself, your life have not changed. And somebody else will hear you chanting, their life will change. Amazing. Very interesting, isn't it? What's your name, Swami Revati? We sing the glory of Bhagwan, where everybody can participate. We sing, Sankirtana, we sing bhajan, kirtan. But when it comes to deepen your relationship, it has to happen with love inside of your heart. And what happened with love deep inside of your heart is not an expression of the outside. You can't express it. Because an expression of that will be a madness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when his heart was burning with that love inside of him, how did he appear? Running like crazy. You will see Bhagwan Krishna everywhere. Meera, when he sing for Giridhar Gopal, what people will say? She's mad. That is what they were called. Now we are calling them great saints. But when that happened inside of them, they were called mad. They were called many names. You see how time makes them great afterwards? How many of you were called crazy in your house? It is. For the outside world, it is crazy. Somebody yesterday told me, Guruji, I see you as a normal person. I said, yes, I am normal. There's nothing special about me. I've been saying that continuously. I've been saying it also. I don't even know why you all are here. And that also for that person also. But something have happened inside of you. What keep bringing you? This is what have happened. I have explained in Lanzarote. When one meets the Sadguru, one is raised to the same vibration of the heart of the Sadguru. So what is in the Sadguru's heart? The moment your Atma is asking for that to be saved, to be free, that help, and you're raised deep within to the same level as, not the same level as the Sadguru, but your heart level vibrate in the same tune of the Sadguru. And for that, you see, this is what the Sadguru have light, the lamp of true love inside. And it's not a show of the outside. Because our relationship with Bhagwan is deeper. It's not the show of the outside can't reveal Bhagwan. The show of the outside can't say, yes, you can tell somebody, I love you, but do you mean it? The power that lies into that word itself is when you mean something. Otherwise, it's just the tongue. Like I always say, wherever there is bones, you can control, but the tongue don't have a bones. You can't control what is said. That's why it's better be quiet than say stupid things. Because we like to express through our tongue, we like to express all our delusion. Yes. You can write wonderful things, you can say wonderful things, but if you don't mean it, then it's useless. Then it becomes just a show. Can that realization be attained if we are just put a show on the outside? It can't. But then we're a hypocrite. And we see that many in the world, The world is full of hypocrisy. And in the spiritual path also there is many hypocrites. It's not that it is missing. It is also there. Your life becomes meaningful when your mind and your heart receive that peace, that calmness. And that calmness is received only through what the Sadguru have revealed. And once that happens, you can't live without. You can't live without chanting the name. You can't live. Meera they tried to stop her. They tried to stop Mirabai from loving Giridhar Gopal. Was they successful? No, it was not. Because each part of herself was Giridhariji. There were not a single part of her. Once Bhojraj, her husband, was sitting one in the middle of the night. And of course, Mirabai was absorbed into her divine ecstasy, Giridhar Gopal. And she was murmuring Giridhar. And it was holy time. So she was wearing white, beautiful white clothes. I don't know whether it was sari or whatever. In her divine madness, she was playing holy with her beloved. And her husband was looking. No, we could not see what was happening on the other side. But seeing, you see, when you are with somebody which is absorbed into that, sooner or later, you start to feel it. So he felt there's something there. And when he looked at Mirabai's clothes, there were patches of colors start appearing. Pink, red, orange. She was drenched. So Bhavan was playing holy with Meera. So he asked. He felt how blessed it is that I have a wife like this, such a great bhakta. At that precise moment, what did he do? He, inside of his heart, He said, from now on, you're not my wife. From now on, you are my Sadguru. So Bhojraj have, from deep inside of him, he have surrendered to Mirabai. On the outside, he was his wife. But inside of him, he have accepted her as the Sadguru. Few weeks later, he went for a war. And he had a big, not accident, but injury, a deadly injury. And he was brought back to the palace, and they were there looking after him. So he knew, but sooner or later, his end is coming. But inside of his mind was only Mira. Because his heart had already surrendered. If the heart have surrendered to the Sadguru, it's only the Sadguru which is there. Nothing, nobody else. The heart have been consumed with that. And the heart is keep consuming with that. So as he was absorbed into that thoughts, he saw a silhouette running. So he recognized Mira was running toward the cliff. The servant could not hear anything. There were no servants. So he dragged himself, rushed quickly and grabbed Mira. So it was 1 year from their wedding, since they got married. Within that 1 year, not a single time he had ever touched her. That moment was crucial because Mira was about to throw herself, because she was into that divine ecstasy. She didn't even know what she was doing. She was about to fall from the cliff. Because you see, Rana Pratap palace, all the palace in Rajasthan are built upon the high mountain on the cliff, you know. So Mira was about to, at that precise moment, Bhojraj came, grabbed her, pulled her. The moment he grabbed her and pulled her, she came back to her sense again. But the guilt inside of him was much more. The guilt is that he have touched her. So he apologized in front of Mira. And Mira said, no, don't worry. You have done what was meant for you to do. No? Then they were talking. He asked Mira one thing. You know? He said, I have seen you in many aspects of yourself. You know, from madness, craziness, you know, until I have accepted you as the Sadguru, my Guru Maharaj, my Guru. But on that night, when your clothes have been colored, where were you? With whom were you playing? So Mira said, Giridhar Gopal. I said, can you please show me when would be my time? When will I also, you know, see what you see? Mira didn't say anything. Mira just said, Giridhar Gopal, Giridhar Gopal, Giridhar Gopal. So Bhojraj was sitting. As he looked at, he was looking first at the feet of Mira. As he looked up, in front of him, Mira was not there. It was Bhagavan Krishna standing. Girdhar Gopal was standing in the place of Meera. So first he thought, oh, now I'm delirium, I'm seeing things. No. He see Mirabai in one moment, next moment he will see Krishna. Meera, Krishna, Meera, Krishna. That become his mantra. So he have received that grace the moment. You see, when when Meera said, yes, you know, you have, whatever you have done was right, then he said to Mirabai, it was wrong because I have accepted you as my Sadguru. I have accepted you as my Guru and I have surrendered to you. And Meera said, this is fine. So for the next 3 days, that was inside of him. His mantra what he was chanting was Meera Krishna, Meera Krishna. Meera Giridhar. After 3 days, he left his body. Would that happen if it was just the outside show? Would that happen if it was not sincere from his heart? Would that happen if sincerely he didn't surrender? Would that happen if his heart was just barren? No. He was fully connected inside of his heart. His breath, his thoughts was fully absorbed into that sincere, deep concentration. Because it was not just a show of to say, yes, I have surrendered. It was surrendered from deep inside. So his concentration was on his Guru, which is Meera. So if that happened in the heart of the devotee, then knows that you are free. If that heart burn with such longing that you can't be, when you are chanting, yes, when would that finish? You're not, it's not, it's not, you're not in a competition. That have to be burned inside. Your technique is not just simply a technique of the outside. The moment you start to do it with that deepness of love, you will see how it will burn. Otherwise, you see, your life will be useless like everybody else. Majority of people live a useless life, Just like a dog, when a dog is eating somewhere else, just a dog, not like dog in Europe. I'm talking about a dog in my country. A random dog come to your place, what will happen? The dog will for sure get beaten up. This is how it is. In the world, it's the same. You wander aimlessly, uselessly. You're wandering around in this world, and life is going. You're getting beaten up from all sides, just like that dog. So concern yourself more on the quality of what you have inside. Yeah. When you're chanting the name of Bhagwan, chant it with love. It's not depending on which kind of mala you are using. Yeah. It's not crystal, tulsi, lotus, rudraksh. It doesn't matter. This is only on the outside, you know. Do you think if you use a mala made of, for example, diamond, how would be your prayer? Huh? Magnificent, no? Do you think all these rich people who can afford a mala made of diamond, the prayer are amazing? No. Bhagwan will not be attracted by anything of the outside. Bhagwan is attracted only what is happening inside of you. In the simplicity of a sadhu, Bhagwan revealed himself to them. Bhagwan value that deep relationship which they have. So when you start valuing that, then your life have deeper meaning. Then you will not say, why I am here? Why am I stuck on the spiritual path? I could have a wonderful life outside. Huh? So that's what the Sadguru wants you to realize, you know. The most important thing of your life itself, things which you don't even know. He unlocked that door. Because the Sadguru knows you from within. And the show of the outside, don't fool anybody. You know. Apart fooling yourself. You know, it's like you tell a lie and lie and lie and lie until you start believing that lie yourself. Have it happened to you? Hmm? You're a liar also. The one who have said no. Many people do that. But to whom are you lying? To yourself. As much as you can pretend on the outside, doesn't mean it become real. The Sadguru reveals something which is things which you don't even know about yourself. You know what very often I have seen, once I was in Vrindavan, there's this very rich person house we visited. Big mansion. But the puja ghar was a small, I say, small place hanging in a corner. As if they are shy to say that they are spiritual or religious, whatever. This is not first time. I've seen that many times. You know. Once in Kenya, we visited one very rich person. Here, you know. And I said because you see, whenever I visited somebody's house, first thing I ask, can I go to your prayer place? Puja ghar. No? Because I expect that there's a prayer place, especially if you're a devotee, a Hindu, But that person was not a devotee. But you're a Hindu, I would expect that there is a pujagar. Big house, big mansion. Lots of domestic, lots of people working for him. When I say that, he was shocked and shy, probably. He brought me to his pujagar, prayer place. After walking a long way, past the kitchen, because they were not vegetarian, these people, then you go before the quarter of the servant, one small cupboard was there. Old cupboard. He opened it, and inside was his deities. And he never even bothered to go there. Funny, no? And you think these people, they may have everything on the outside, but yet the most precious and most important thing, they will not even achieve in one life. Because Bhagavan have to be placed beyond everything. When you go to a devotee's house, opposite is there. There you have to get rid of the picture of Guru to able to see. To find the door will be even more difficult, actually. Yeah. I remember we were talking this time now. One Mataji brought two pictures of me to bless. I remember when I gave darshan in Innsbruck. She brought her husband also, and her husband said, "You are everywhere in my house." Okay. Now when she brought these two pictures this time in Austria to be blessed, I said, "What, do you want to torture your husband more?" I said, "It doesn't matter, it's already there everywhere." So, but this is the state of somebody which is surrendered, It's also an expression of what one holds inside. So today we are celebrating, Mahavtar Babaji's day, Imagine his blessing, that person who have lived and still living, waiting that everybody realize. Poor chap, he have to wait a bit longer time, unless pralay happen. Because when pralay happen, Bhagwan naturally take in charge of everything. So instant realization is given to everyone. And everybody enter back into him. And then everything again start. And the question here, which I would ask is intelligent people, what happened then? Do they come back again? What about those who have realized themselves? Do they come back again or not? Just listen from an intelligent person. He said, Bhagavad Gita said they don't come back. But I say only if Bhagwan want them. Yes, which means they come fully realized for a dharma. So it's not bound by this same drama. So where do you see yourself into that? Come on. My dear devotee, you see, if you try to put all the light off in your house, you will be in darkness. Yes or no? But does electricity stop flowing? So the electricity is still flowing, no? So somebody else may use that electricity to study, to become very successful. If you don't make the effort and somebody else take that electricity and make the effort and become successful, would you sit there and blame the electricity? Why that person have been successful and really achieve everything, whereas you didn't? You can't blame, the electricity for not giving you the success. There's no fault of the electricity. Actually, it is your own fault. The same way with life. Sadhguru have opened that which is closed. You have to make your effort. You should not do everything to ruin your life. So open up. Let that grace which the Sadhguru have imparted to you, let it continuously vibrating that divine name. Let it vibrate for each of your action, for each moment of your life. Let that love flow through you constantly. Remember always that this life is also given to you for loving services. Don't forget and do the opposite. If you go through the mind concept, you go through your doubts, your thoughts, that is all in your mind level. It will not bring you anywhere. You will stuck here. You will have more doubt, more question, more thoughts will be. Your mind have to be absorbed in the satsang of the Sadguru, which his invisible hand will carry you. It will give deeper meaning to your life and make your life complete. So on this day, I'm asking you, don't just do your practice mechanically. Try to be sincere in your practices. Try to be sincere in your japa. even if you do little bit every day, it's better than just rushing, and doesn't mean it. Learn to be sincere with yourself. Learn to be loving. Because don't think that if you have love inside of you, you are a weak person. No. Actually, you are more stronger, because not everybody can tread the path of love. Only those which is strong can do that. So, I wish you a blessed Babaji Day, and may the blessing of all the masters, the saints, be with you all and carry you in your spiritual practices and in your life itself. Jai Gurudev.